Okay, we're back. More Bay Sunday now. In this new high-tech world, selling yourself or company is key. Anything to get a leg up. And our next guest just happens to be an expert at that. She's the CEO of Branding Pays and has worked with everything from Fortune 500 companies to nonprofits. Her roots are in journalism. We talked about that. But you can add advertising, PR, marketing to the mix too. She's the author of the 5-step system to reinvent your personal brand called Branding Pays. Why not? Welcome, Kang. How are you?
Thank you, Frank.
Good to have you with us.
Happy to be here.
What is the #1 mistake that companies make when they're trying to brand themselves?
I think the #1 mistake is that they don't have a strategy. Too often people just want to get something done, so they jump into tactics, and they don't really do the hard work, which is figuring out who they're all about, who their target audience is, what problem they're solving.
Yeah, you've got all these wonderful ideas, but if you don't meld them down and find out what your focus is, people are going to like, well, what are you guys, you know?
Well, it's the same way with people, because branding pays, even though my roots are corporate branding, it's really talking about applying that same discipline to people. And what I find is that so many professionals, they don't have a clue when it comes to being strategic about their personal brands.
Well, we'll talk about people here because you in your chapter about positioning, you talk about some guy that's a high-tech guy from maybe the mid-90s that's not kind of morphing with the times and kind of gets lost in the shuffle. And that's happened to our industry too, because television used to be tapes and now it's all digital. And if you don't kind of move with the times, you're going to get lost, right?
That's why it's so important to have the skill to reinvent your brand, because the Bureau of Labor Statistics say that we will have multiple careers in our lifetime and maybe 10 jobs or more. And so each time you have to reposition yourself for new opportunities, you really have to understand how to nail that.
Well, this book is perfect for that. It's almost like a textbook. And it's easy reading, so it's not hard. And there's a little something about cake and icing. So let's tell our viewers what this is all about, because I'm about to devour it here.
The reason why I brought this cake is that it is a metaphor for branding. And so many people are afraid of, oh, branding, this is something that big consumer companies do. But brand is really, if you think about it, your reputation and your image. And personal branding is then taking the strategies and the actions in order to guide your brand so that your competition isn't branding you. You are taking a proactive stance in guiding that brand.
And the icing then would be?
So the icing, the cake is that rational value,
okay,
and the foundation, your skills, and the icing is really the emotional value, that connection that you have, like when I smile at you, or when I see that you're really well decked out, or that you have a nice personality. I'm drawn to that, and we need that kind of stickiness in order for people to come back to our brand.
To make it all work. Does it all really come down to personal relationships too? This,
yes,
what we're doing right here. I mean, you can brand all you want, but if you can't communicate.
That is so important. And what companies are finding now is that they're looking for people with emotional intelligence, the EQ. Yeah. We've always talked about IQ, which is that analytical kind of skill. But EQ is the ability to connect with people, to have interpersonal skills, to manage well. And that is what I tell women all the time, you're born with that. So you may have a leg up in the new economy.
And some of it's just common sense.
Absolutely.
You know? Well, let's talk about your target audience, because corporate America will love this book. How about just a viewer out there that wants to kind of find the person within?
Absolutely. This book can be used by anybody. I focused it on professionals and entrepreneurs and maybe college students, but anyone who wants to achieve something in their career, get a new job, or even position themselves for a new business opportunity will find so much value in reading this book. You know,
I was thumbing through it and I noticed one word in your bio can change the impression of everything. The written word is so powerful, isn't it?
It is very powerful. I just hired a marketing associate from LinkedIn, which is that professional social network.
I'm a part of it.
And if you look at people's profiles, they'll put a title. If you just put CEO, little company incorporated, it doesn't tell you very much.
You need an adjective there.
If you have cloud software entrepreneur, data visualizations, then immediately people know what you're all about.
Yeah, you gotta kind of.
Investors can find you. People who want to work for your company can find you. new opportunities and partners.
Well, I hope they do. We're out of time, but thank you so much for coming in. It was a pleasure chatting with you.
Thank you, Frank.
Good luck. If you like more information on Karen's book, you can log on to brandingpays.com. That's it for this week. We'll be back next week with more Bay Sunday. In the meantime, have a great week, everybody. And yeah, go Niners. I think they got a football game today, too. Take care, everybody.